Resource quadrant. This is the very first quadrant you should be moving into once you've started your business, which is business got started based on a passion that had a product, and that product created a profit. And so those three things is what's driven you to this quadrant. Quadrant of resources. What is resources? Time, money, people. This is where we're looking to dial in talent accountability, talent development, talent optimization, and finance. And so in order to do that, we have to create, first and foremost, what we call structure. And in a structure, talent accountability breaks down in organizational charts, process ownership charts, process commitment, and succession planning. In order to make sure you have those seats identified in your organization, and then we want to make sure that we are dialing those seats in with talent optimization. And talent optimization is when we determine what the seats need based on what we call the heart, the head, the hands, and the feet. The heart is desire, the head is behavior, the hands are skills, and the feet is their ability to grow the seat or grow with the seat. And then we have to develop that talent. We have to go out and recruit. We have to find people that might want to be a part of our team. We have to know how to do that. We have to hire and onboard those people properly. We have to develop and evaluate those people. And then last, we have to encourage and recognize those people. Once we have that, we've got the structure of the organization identified, all the seats in the organization identified, what heart, head, hands, and feet we need for each one of those seats. Now we're out hiring around the country, looking for the people to set in those seats. We also need to know when to hire those people. And finance allows us to do that. Not just go out and hire them, but the right time from a responsibility standpoint to hire. And so we help you identify what a pro forma is and what that pro forma needs to be for your company. Just like when you fix and flip a house, you might project out what the costs are to buy, sell, fix and flip that house are. Same thing needs to happen in your business. You need to have a business pro forma that matches your 1 year. Month by month, revenue and expenses that tell you when you can afford to bring more people on. And then creating a budget from that then helps hold the company accountable so that we don't lose our money. And then P&Ls. P&L is a monthly reflection back on how we performed financially. And then the last is that variance report. A variance report is where we take the budget that we created from the pro forma and the P&L, which is the result, and we give a variance of anything that was outside of budget by 3% or more. So if you have a budget for expenses of travel for $50,000 and the P&L reflects that you spent $75,000, then I need to know why you had a variance of $25,000, which is more than 3% of budget. And so this helps us keep the company healthy financially and tells us when, as business owners, to hire properly. Couple questions here to help you determine whether or not you need to study this quadrant. You could go get my book on risebusinessbooks.com. You could reach out to sharperbusiness.com and schedule a free consultation, and we will help you navigate these quadrants properly. But the first question we would ask you is, rate these questions based on 1 to 3. 3 being below expectations, 2 meets, and 3, do I exceed these expectations? Number 1. We hire and manage our team using assessment tools such as Predictive Index, DISC, or COBE. And you're going to score this 1, 2, or 3. We have a structured, ongoing program for developing team members after they are hired. Are you below expectations, meets, or exceeds? 1, 2, or 3. We assign ownership to each process in the business to a single team member so accountability is clear. And I think it's really important to understand that the ownership is assigned per process so that accountability is clear. Do you have that in your organization today? 1, 2, or 3? Meets or below, meets or exceeds. And then last question for resources. We keep our financial records organized and clean and can generate accurate reports when needed. Is that below 1, 2 meets, 3 exceeds in your expectations? Adding these up in all should give you a total score of 12. If you scored 12, then you have a perfect score, and then you would move on to quadrant 2, which is inspiration. If you scored below a 10 here, you have some work to do. I'd encourage you to either read the Rise Business Framework book by going to risebusinessbooks.com or go to sharperbusiness.com and schedule your free consultation today.